And guess what? My journey since leaving the military has been tough. 9 months unemployed, doing a bit of reservist work on the side in the first year. Went on, done 2 years in a job where I really struggled to make an impact. I was on a military base as a mentor. Then from there, I went into becoming a PT. My first month, I made 50 quid. Today, I want to talk about overcoming fear. I want to help you identify it in your own life so that you can put it right and move on, overcome fear, and get where you want to get. Fear comes from survival instincts, ultimately. It's about managing the risk around you to keep yourself safe. Self-preservation. We talk a lot about this in our mentorship. For instance, if you want to get the green beret, but your self-preservation line is here, i.e. when life or a workout gets too tough, this is where you stop. The green beret is there. So you need to move this self-preservation line here, which gives you the potential to get the green beret. And that's what Royal Marines training is all about. It's about pushing your self-preservation line further and further, making you more resilient and tougher so that you can go on and operate as a Royal Marines Commando. But we need to do this in our own personal lives. So many people are trapped in jobs they hate, but because it pays the bill, it gives them money, and it's the safety net. They stay in these jobs for 10, 20, 30 years. But if you truly want to live a remarkable life, this can't be your mindset. All the great risk takers that we look up to in the films and books in history had a decision to make. Do they play their life safely, or do they take risks? I've just read a book called Guard Smuggler. It's about a guy called Brother Andrew, who was working in a factory in Holland, but he felt God's calling on his life was to smuggle Bibles into communist Russia and communist countries. And so the first thing he did is he took that first step. He went and visited a country, finally got a visa to visit this country, and he just assessed the situation of this country. What was the security like? What was the need like behind the Iron Curtain? That was his first thing, and it built this thirst and this hunger in him to then actually go and serve the people who were caught in these really oppressed communist countries. And so his first thing was to identify and look at the land, and then from there he took his first Bibles across the Iron Curtain. Now that story itself might not hold much relevance to you. Maybe you're not Christian, etc. But there's a historical figure or someone you've read about or someone you've watched that really does have the same draw to you. It might be Gladiator, it might be Taken, it might be Die Hard, whatever it is, I don't know. But there's going to be someone that you look up to in fiction or non-fiction that you want to emulate their life. But the point I'm trying to get to is they took a risk. And that's why we look up to these people. Where in your life can you identify that you're not taking risks, that you're playing it safe? Is it that you've wanted to start MMA, but you're too scared to walk into the gym? Is it you want to quit your job because you freaking hate it and there's a job you want to get to, but you feel like you don't have the right qualifications to get there? Maybe it's that you need to go back to uni and get a degree that's actually going to help you get to where you want to get to. Maybe you're in a relationship that's not serving either of you, but it's a comfort zone for both of you, and so you just stay within it. I don't know what it is for you or your story. For me, there was a time where joining the military was a massive risk. I was in just a job that was paying the bills. I was able to box and different things like that. But life was mundane, and I wanted more than just the life that I'd had. So I stepped into the Royal Marines, which in itself was a massive risk. I'd done a bit of time in the military, done Afghanistan, etc. And then I realised actually that the Royal Marines had become my safety blanket. And so now being in the Marines was actually the safety, and leaving was the harder option. Leaving was the option that I wanted to actually pursue. But I was getting told by everyone in the military, don't leave, there's no jobs out there, you know, this is safe, we're in a recession, you get paid every month, you know, you're going to progress up the ranks, etc. Stay where you are. But I had a crossroads. I don't really want to do this anymore. I actually want to pursue some different things. There's some business ideas I've got. I want to do some other stuff. And it's the other side of leaving. So I took a massive risk and I left. And I remember for 11 months, I was at peace with this decision. Then I went on my maritime security course. And while I was on that course, just as I was leaving the Royal Marines, I started having this panic attack of what the heck am I doing? I'm leaving the safety of an organisation that I know will always be paid in. I know I can do another 20 years in and progress up the ranks. What am I doing? I'm leaving all of this safety behind. And It was a real scary time for me. And I remember, as I'm sure you are aware already from this video, I'm a Christian, so I started praying. And I got a bit of a vision, a bit of a picture. And the picture was this massive hand, and it had loads of it had seeds in it. And there was a little bird perched on the edge of this hand, and it was just pecking out of this hand. But when I looked at this bird, I didn't think, oh wow, what a beautiful thing of freedom. I saw almost like a patheticness in this bird, that it was like using this massive hand to eat out of. Almost this hand was this bird's safety net. And what I realised in that picture was the bird is me and the hand was the military. And I was there pecking out the hand of the military like this little pathetic thing, like I need this hand to provide for me. And what that vision taught me is I don't need the military to feed out of, you know. I've got up to this point in my life without it. Like, I'm more than capable to fly away and find another source of food. I say this because that hand can represent something in your life. Are you eating out the hand of an organisation and just playing it safe? That hand represents a safety net. Do you need to fly away from that hand, so to speak, and find another source of food? And so that gave me massive peace to be like, I don't need the military to eat out of the military's hand, out of the government's hand. I can freaking do this myself. And I flew off, so to speak, found different career paths, ended up getting a PT business, ended up founding Complete Commando. And to this day, we've helped thousands of people go on and recognise where it is they want to go. Imagine if I'd played it safe and actually messaged my hierarchy and said, actually, I want to do a U-turn, I want to stay in. Maybe great, maybe I would have gone on and done well in the military, but I would have known deep down that I played it safe. So identifying that there's risks that we need to take to get where we want to get to. And guess what? My journey since leaving the military has been tough. 9 months unemployed, doing a bit of reservist work on the side in the first year. Went on, done 2 years in a job where I really struggled to make an impact. I was on a military base as a mentor. Then from there, I went into becoming a PT. My first month, I made 50 quid. £50 I made in my first month. And I had a wife and a daughter at home that relied on me to make the rent money. £50. How do you think I felt in that moment? I've made 50 freaking quid. I felt like a failure. I felt like I'd got, like, what have I done? Why have I left the Royal Marines? What am I doing? And literally, I'm supposed to provide for this woman and this baby, and I'm making 50 quid a month. But first year went by, second year went by, third year went by. Each year, my revenue increased. Each year, my knowledge, my wisdom, my understanding of business increased. My horizons increased as I stepped out into new levels, did new courses, educated myself, S&C courses, weightlifting courses, etc. I'm 8 years in now into this journey of my own business, and I'm just so blessed. I'm so thankful to that younger me who stepped out and risked everything, so that I'm in this position now where I can really lead people into their journeys. And so, guys, this video is not about me showing off, like, look at me, look at my shining life. This is me being really honest and open with you, saying I knew there was a point in my life I had to risk it. And yeah, I risked it. And yeah, it was a mess for a number of years. And even to this day, I have wobbles, like, flipping, what am I doing? Got all these people following me, following my program. What the heck am I doing? And then I have to calm myself down. I have to get myself together and go, no, you are this freaking leader that people are following. And you can act like it. You can live like it. I say all this because I want to say to you that risking it is scary. It can all go wrong. It can be that you're unemployed for 9 months having risked it. But what you gain from risking it is far more than playing it safe and maybe becoming rich or whatever it is in your current field. Guys, this is your license. This video is your license to go and risk it. Go and make some errors. Go and mess up. Go and crap up. Go and make some mistakes in the pursuit of fulfillment.